Sorry to be the one to tell you, but grocery bills are going up again. The Canadian Dairy Commission has approved price increases going into the new year. This is just days after suspended grain exports from Ukraine ports after Russia temporarily pulled out of a UN brokered deal. For more on how this affects us on the ground level, here's our good friend here at Your Morning, Professor in Food Distribution and Policy at Dalhousie University, Sylvain Charlebois. All right, let's get ready to deliver the news. The Canadian Dairy Commission has approved price increases for 2023. That includes butter, cheese, ice cream, yogurt. Milk prices are going to go up about 2.2%. Or just under 2 cents a liter, and that will start in February. How much more will we have to pay for dairy products right across the board?
Well, dairy products are becoming more expensive already due to increases we saw this year, more than 11% actually. We had an increase in February of this year, in September of this year. So the dairy section of the grocery store is becoming more expensive already. However, you know, Anne-Marie, I actually thought it was good news this week when we heard from the CDC telling us that farm milk prices will go up by 2.2%. It's actually a quarter of what we saw in 2022, which is actually not bad.
Okay.
And so that's going to happen on February 1st, 2023. So we should expect the dairy section to be to level off, I guess, probably in the spring of 2023.
Okay, well, there's some good news. What factors?
There you go.
Thank you so much for that. It's a silver lining. What factors go into approving heightened costs for dairy?
Feed, energy costs, you know, during the winter, the dairy farmers have to heat barns. Animals don't go out as much, so that's a big expense. Genetics, and of course, to capitalize a dairy operation costs a lot of money. So basically, you have to borrow money because each farms will owe about $3 million worth of quotas. You have to finance that, and interest rates are going up. So that's why it's putting a lot of pressure on dairy farmers these days. Okay,
we've talked about dairy. Let's talk about grains. Prior to the war in Ukraine, Canada imported $8.3 million worth of grain and cereals in the year 2021. So Russia, we know, temporarily has pulled out of this grain deal that allows exports out of Ukrainian ports. It's now allowing exports again, but how will this stalling tactic affect Canadian grain prices?
Again, actually, I got some good news for you, Anne-Marie. If you look at wheat futures this morning, they're down. Commodities are dropping as a result of Russia changing its mind, honoring the pact. So grains are flowing out of Ukraine, leaving some space for this year's harvest. So it's actually, for about, I'd say 3 days, everyone was nervous. Futures went up 7-8%, but now this morning they're down. So commodity prices are cheaper, are lower, and so for processors out there, it's going to probably cost them less than predicted to buy the barley, the wheat, everything you need to produce the food we actually buy.
All right, you're 2 for 2. So what other
That's
food?
right, exactly. Come on.
Okay, here's the next one. What other food costs will be affected by Russia's war in Ukraine?
I'd say right now, bakery is a big deal. Bakery is a bit of a surprise, to be honest, Anne-Marie. 16% more than last year. Dairy is at about 9-10%, but bakery, we are expecting more increases, but things are calming down. We're actually preparing Canada's food price report for December 5th, our forecast for 2023. Unfortunately, we don't think 2023 is going to be an easier year, but again, when it comes to supply chains, global supply chain, things are much easier than just 12 months ago.
In our conversation today, I don't know if you ever watched Sesame Street, but there used to be this little cartoon where the kid goes to the grocery store and he gets a loaf of bread, a carton of milk, and a stick of butter. All of those things are starting to level off. So that is good news that we'll end on today. Thanks, Sylvain.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.